What's going on, guys? Anthony from Chronometer Check here, and today we're going to be taking a look at the LuxNato watch straps from Luff. So this is a new watch strap company that was founded in 2019 actually, and they created a rather interesting NATO strap that's kind of unique and original, and I really wanted to get my hands on it, so they were kind enough to send me these for review. So this is kind of a sponsored post, but of course if it sucks, I'm always going to tell you. So it comes in this rather unique packaging, and I know packaging is like whatever, just get to the watch strap, but I thought it was kind of cool. And there's definitely a bit of a One Piece reference to the whole theme of the site, so that kind of brought out the nostalgia. I'm definitely a fan of the anime when I was a young teenager, a wee lad, so it definitely brought some nostalgia. But anyway, so you open up the paper and you do get this really nice sort of vintage tin, and it has all their social media info. So this is like literally the best business card ever. It's absolutely sweet and it's functional. So it opens up and it slides open. You don't need to like rip it open, and it has inside this a logo, another logo sticker, again kind of very One Piece-esque, and I love it so much. But yeah, so then you open it up. Oh boy. Okay, so it's starting to rain out here, but the show must go on. So anyway, you open up the strap and there you go, you got your strap. So the first thing I notice about this strap, and really all of them, is they have a really nice sheen and kind of a shimmer to them, which makes them a little bit more luxurious and almost dressy looking right off the bat. And that's kind of the way these NATOs function. They actually are sort of more of a dressy, stylish NATO. That doesn't mean you can't put them on your tool or dive watch. You see, we have like 3 awesome dive watches here, and it still works. But you could also use it to like dress them up a little bit, and you could see kind of that shimmer. So of course, like any other NATO strap, we're going to undo it from the buckle here. We're going to insert it from the top. So once you pull it all the way through, there you have it. You see it looks absolutely phenomenal. So there is something actually rather unique about these NATO straps in particular, aside from the, actually the shimmer, and they are 1.2 millimeters thick, which is kind of slim for a NATO, which again makes it really neat and slick and almost dressy, but it has this floating keeper. So what happens is when you actually put it on your wrist. Okay, so now that we have it on my wrist, there's actually 2 unique ways to wear this strap that are different from other NATO straps. So if you see at the bottom here, this extra keeper is kind of floating, so it's not fixed. You can move it wherever you want to. So one way you can wear it is you can just put it towards the end of the strap, and you can just wear it loose like this. It depends on your wrist size. Mine is hanging out just a little bit too much for my liking. So the other thing we could do is actually just move the keeper down. And it's kind of hard to show on the camera, but move the keeper down wherever, and then we can fold it back underneath the strap. So usually NATOs, when you wear it, there's a bunch of extra material hanging out, and you fold it over about over here. So it'll be over to the side. It makes it kind of bulky to wear, and a little bit, it just adds to the heft, which is fine, depending on what you like. For some watches and for some looks, it's great. And I think for a watch like this, it's absolutely fine. But if you want a little bit more of a sleeker and cleaner appearance, what you could actually do with this one is tuck it back on itself underneath the strap, and because the keeper is floating, you can move it wherever you need to hold it down in place. So that makes it just really neat, and you don't have all this extra material over at the side. Okay, so now I'm double wrist shotting it. Shout out to Mark from Long Island Watches. But yeah, so just for comparison purposes, this is a Blue Shark AlphaPremier Luxury, and this is how a typical NATO strap wears. So you see it has this extra material here, and then the keeper slides up to just hold it there. And it's nice. It's a fine look. It's a nice tooly look, and I like it. But this is just something different and a little bit cleaner. And I think it works better maybe on, I feel like on a thick tool watch like this, I think the extra bulk is absolutely fine. But if you have like a more sleeker, maybe you even want to put this NATO on like a dressy watch, and you want to make it a little bit more casual. I think that's where this NATO really shines. And also for the price, it's actually a pretty amazing deal. So it's at $19.99 right now, shipped, which is, a little bit on the pricier side for just a NATO. It depends what kind of NATOs you've been buying. But I mean, this is the once again, this is the Blue Shark Alpha Shark Luxury Premier, which is like their top of the line. And it kind of has that same sort of sheen and that silky smooth feel that the LuxNatos have, but this one is actually $36, so it's almost double the price. And I don't, it's a great strap, don't get me wrong, I absolutely love my Blue Shark, but I don't know if it's double the quality. One thing I will say, this is such an interesting comparison, but one thing I will say about the Blue Shark that has on the LuxNato is the hardware. So back off the wrist, but again, we're doing a little bit of a comparison. So on the left, you have the LuxNato, and on the right, you have the Blue Shark. Now, in terms of thickness and actual size dimensions, the LuxNato is a little bit smaller, but it's really, really good size. It's nice and chunky. You can see that. It's polished decently well. It's not quite polished as well, but it is polished pretty good enough, I'd say. But the problem is that the LuxNato hardware is only 304L stainless steel, which is, I believe, more of an alloy mix, which makes it a little bit less resistant to tarnishing over time. So theoretically, this one, the 304L stainless steel, can rust. Now, I'm not sure if this is actually also 304L stainless steel. I know typically in stainless steel, in watches and stuff, they usually use 316L, at least in the quality, like, quality watches. Like right now, we have this Steinhart Ocean 39. That's definitely going to be 316L stainless steel. But yeah, so I'm not really even sure if the Blue Shark is 316L stainless steel, but just something to consider either way. Now, to compare the two, they're actually the same thickness. They're both 1.2 millimeters in thickness, and I think this is a really, really good version. It's sort of a cheaper alternative to the Blue Shark AlphaPremier luxury strap, which there aren't too many of this type of like sort of dressy, silky, smooth straps. So there aren't too many on the market. And for the price, I actually think you're getting a really good deal. Now, they do have 4 different colors. You do have the blue, which I think is a really, really nice, like kind of a sunburst, almost starlight blue. So I think this strap would look really, really nice on a Seiko cocktail time, and I actually might pick one up for that, because I think that's the type of watch that this strap is going to look absolutely killer on. We do also have a Bond NATO version, which looks absolutely phenomenal. It has really, really nice stitching, stitched very well, along with the rest of the quality of the straps. It's just done really, really well. You have a standard black, which I have right now on my Casio MDV Duro, and it is sort of, again, once this like silky, shiny black. I think it doesn't really show too well in the camera, but it's kind of shimmery and, again, sort of dressy. And finally, they also have a Bond-style NATO, which this isn't a LuxNato, this is the Blue Shark, but they also have this colorway. I just didn't happen to get one, but that's fine. So I think overall, these LuxNatos are a really, really good, cheaper alternative to that Blue Shark NATO strap that I mentioned, and it's 20 bucks. You can pick it up on the site. I will link the full review on our website, chronometercheck.com, in the description below, as well as the link to where you can pick up these NATO straps for yourself. And yeah, so I think the little extra bit of originality with the floating keeper that allows you to tuck the strap underneath kind of makes it, it stands on its own as well. It's not just like a budget alternative, but it also functions as one as well. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I would appreciate a like and a subscribe if you enjoyed this review for more watch and strap reviews in the future. And check it out on the website. Thanks for watching.